Hello, your doctor has prescribed you to pass the home polysomnography test to determine if you have sleep apnea. This test will look at your breathing during the night and analyze all the movements possible. When you will come for the test, you will come to the hospital to pick up a box like this. In this box, you will find different sensors needed for the test. You'll find an elastic band that you can adjust yourself to go across your chest. A nasal cannula to put in your nose, as well as the oxygen saturation sensor that is connected to a small machine that will record all the information gathered during the night. Let's look at the machine more closely. When we connect the chest band, the machine will open without any help. Here we see a light that says the machine is starting. You will see the 4 quarters light up. It means that 100% of the data is being saved. If during the night you see 1, 2, or 3 quarters light up, it is a sign that there is a problem with the recording and that something is misplaced. If this is the case, you need to check to reposition everything correctly. Here we see a little man with a chest belt flashing yellow. The chest belt is used to record your chest movements while you breathe. When it is yellow, it is a sign that the machine is not picking up your breathing movements. When the machine will be able to pick up your breathing movements properly, the light will become green. If we look beside, we can see a face with a line on it. This line signifies the nasal cannula. When it flashes yellow, it means that the machine isn't picking up the air coming from the cannula. You can come connect the cannula here, and the light will become green when the machine will feel the air through the cannula. The last light we see flashing is yellow, is the saturation sensor on a finger. It is a saturation monitor to see your oxygen levels. When the saturation sensor is well positioned, the light will be green. When everything is green, this means everything is recording properly. You will even see the quarters light up green. After this, the lights will close themselves as not to bother you during the night. If you wake up and notice a light, you'll have to reposition the sensor. Now let's take a look at how to install the machine. So to install the machine, you need to connect the chest belt to both sides of the machine while taking a close attention that the top clip and the bottom clip are well inserted inside the machine. Next, we take the belt and put it around our armpits and over our chest. We connect the other part of the belt on the other side of the machine, making sure it is well inserted too. The machine will turn on automatically by itself. If you are having trouble getting a green light for the picture of the man with a chest belt, make sure the belt is tight enough around your chest so it can detect every time your chest expands when you breathe. Next, you need to make sure that the metal part of the machine is towards the top and screw the tubing from the nasal cannula there. There is a curve in the nasal cannula. You'll want to put the curve towards you so that it goes in your nose, then pass the tubing around your ears. Bring up the plastic part around the tubing to get the snug fit. To finish, you will need to put a small piece of tape on each side of your cheeks to make sure that the nasal cannula doesn't move during the night. Lastly, we need to install the oxygen saturation sensor on your finger. It is preferable to use your index finger on your non-dominant hand and put the wire around your thumb while putting 2 pieces of tape, one on top of the hand and the other on top of your wrist to prevent it from moving during the night. Don't worry, even though the installation appears to be complicated, normally everything goes well. In the box you will find the written instructions in French and English to help you install the machine, as well as the indications on the lights. You also have some papers to fill out to help us complete the information we need to analyze your test. Among these papers, there is a paper called the Epworth Sleepiness Scale that asks you the chances that you will fall asleep doing certain activities. There is a paper on your sleeping habits. With this paper, we want to know your everyday habits to help us analyze all the information gathered. We ask you to keep the same sleeping habits as normal to do the test. So if you sleep on an armchair, you sleep on an armchair for the test. If you sleep in your bed normally, then sleep in your bed for the test. If you usually sleep on your side or back, then you sleep on your side or back for the test. The only difference could be that we are asking you to wear a shirt underneath the machine. The next morning, fill out the sleep journal paper to let us know how your night went. With all this information, we will be able to analyze all the data better and determine if you suffer from sleep apnea or not. In the morning, remove everything and the machine will close itself after a few minutes. Just put everything back in the box and bring it back to the hospital. So hopefully everything goes well, and we wish you a good night.